Welcome back to another episode of Brotato all. I think after our disappointing loss with our last run, why don't we try out our brawler again? It's been a long time. Extra attack speed with unarmed weapons. You start with a fist, you get extra dodge, and you do have obviously negatives to our ranged and range damage. So unarmed weapons. Do we go double fist? I do like the support for a bit of harvesting early on. So why don't we go for both a fist and a hand. Now the hand doesn't do much damage at all there, of course, but if we get some strength, maybe the hand will still be strong enough anyway. I don't like the hand pushing enemies away though is the only thing, so we want to make sure that we do keep killing enemies well enough in our clusters, like so. There we go, that works well for me. Now more hands are quite good. Fist is good. Fertilizer I know kind of goes against what we're trying to build here, but I think it is worth it. We'll go for another fist here later on. An unarmed build so far working well. Unarmed of course gives us extra dodge, which does work quite nicely. So dodge and damage here I think is going to be the aim of the game. Dodge, damage and maybe some speed. Now more trees spawning will be quite nice if we can just sit around our tree and punch wildly at it. Just really go to town on it. Show off how badass we are as a result. And I'm not seeing the tree spawning here unfortunately, so no trees this. Oh, of course there's a tree right up there as I say that. Extra melee damage is important. Another fist. More melee damage here. We can't reroll. So of course unarmed are the ones that we go for. They get the bonus attack speed. So we currently justify, even though we do or are going for a bit of a melee focus here, we can't do our range-based weapons or our non-unarmed weapons. There we go. There's an item for us. 2 trees as well, so we can see that extra tree spawning is working for us at the moment. And 4 fists, we've got some extra dodge chance. It's working nicely. I'm happy. I am happy. 76 credits for our name, extra HP regen for less luck, that seems pretty decent. More speed. And some more harvesting honestly. Early on, more trees spawning, sure, another fist. That's okay. We can maybe save our beanie, reroll. It's not bad. 5 max HP is pretty huge, even though we do lose an HP regen. But losing 1 HP regen is not the end of the world. Okay, good punches. Now we do have to be a little bit careful of where our hand is, because attacking enemies to the right means that our hand might be the first to hit them, which then knocks them out of the way of the fist. And that is the major downside for going for that one. However, it is giving us extra harvesting bonus, which does mean more resource at the end of the round. So I think for now it is worth it. Although to be fair, that resource only really works for a little bit. Can we get this tree as well? Yes, we did. Okay, we didn't get the resources for it, but we did make it drop. Let's go for some flat melee damage here early on. HP regen, speed, reroll, and level 2 hand isn't too bad. Plus 6 harvesting on its own. I'll take it. The lost duck seems pretty good too there. I do like getting some extra luck so we can maybe get some better items. I don't know what those better items will be just yet, because mostly the unarmed better items seem to be those brass knuckles, which aren't bad by any stretch of the imagination. But it does mean that we do have to go for a bit of an elemental build as well, which just means another stat to worry about. And you can't really split the stat boost all that well across too many, otherwise of course you lose the efficacy of just prioritizing a few major ones there. Thus far though, our build working very nicely for us. Our second hand actually doing 6 damage per hit too, which is not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. I feel like that's like the 3rd time I've said that turn of phrase in as many minutes. Let's go for our armor. Let's go for our attack speed. Okay, both of those were good. We'll combine this, take a fist, we'll take our duck, we'll reroll once, and we have another fist. Could go for another Cyclops worm, don't hate it. Definitely do not hate it. I think we can do better though. Now we're still looking for dodge, we're still looking for speed. There's a lot that we'd like to see with this build, but our damage is pretty adequate, especially for these earlier stages. Later on, of course, once we get those bigger charges, then that might be a different story entirely. There's another tree for us, thank you. I love the resource that we get from the trees, as well as the chance for items. Ooh, careful. Oh my. Alright. Well, that was one of the quickest run-ins that I've ever seen. I guess we'll swap it out here. Guess we'll swap it out. Less attack speed, plus 15% for every unique weapon that we have. Why don't we try our old character again? And we're really going to continue with our wrench here. I want it to work. I really need it to work, yeah. What I've been trying to do over many streams is going for a bit of a, what do you call it, engineering based build with our old character, because of course with this older character, as you can see quite clearly from, you know, what we just had 30 seconds ago, the map size is completely tiny compared to what we once had, so makes a huge difference. Oh, we managed to miss those 3. That would have been quite nice to get those extra resources. So what we're looking for here, maybe some extra speed, and trees, and a bag, and a wrench. Very nice. We'll reroll once as well, and a screwdriver. I would like dynamite if we manage to get to our better turrets, which, you know what? I think we do get explosive turrets there at either purple or maybe red, I think. So I'm going to assume that we're going to get to a red spanner at some point. I'm going to save that and look to buy it early, because of course these earlier upgrades are cheaper than when they come later on. And maybe this is me being a little bit presumptuous there with the items that we're going to get, but I do like the idea of going for that. Now, can we hit both of these trees? No, so we just hit the one. Alright. Miss out on one tree, that's okay. Extra harvesting early makes sense. Another tool. Screwdriver. And the dynamite. Elemental damage works well for our level 2 turrets, I want to say. But I don't think we're going to try and go for a level 2 turrets. I think we skip that and go straight to level 3 if we can. Of course, it's very dependent on the items that we find along the way. But I'm going to assume that we'll get quite a few of these spanners. Spanners, wrenches, whatever you want to call them. I know they've got different meanings there depending on where you're from, but pretty sure they're still the same piece of, not machinery, tool, equipment there, right? Get all these resources. There we go. Damage, range, luck, speed. Let's go for our luck. Let's go for some more armor. More trees spawning again. Armor and engineering. It's not bad. And I'll re-roll here, see if there's any worth locking. No thank you. Okay, so more weapons of course means more turrets. That's what we would like to see ASAP. And we get to the point, or we still are at the point, excuse me, where our melee weapons are still the primary source of our damage, which we don't want to have happen long term at all. I don't want to be, you know, putting upgrades into our melee. I want to not have to worry about doing any damage to my enemies whatsoever. That's the dream there, right? Just sit there and let the money roll in by running around. But of course, you gotta spend money to make money, or that's what I've been told anyway. Let me get this tree, very nice. Get these resources too. 84 credits to our name. Bit of extra dodge or some more luck. Let's go for some more luck early. There we go. Screwdriver is great. Reroll those. Coupons early enough that I'm happy to go for it. And I don't think we reroll for 8. That's too expensive for a reroll. And now we just leave it be. We do get extra mines exploring. Landmines, that's it. Why was Minecraft? I know it's Minecraft, but I don't know why that was popping into my head there. Lots of food around. That's probably partially due to our luck as well. Still no items from those trees, but you know, just the sheer fact that we are getting more trees is still something to be celebrated regardless. And we keep going for these big clusters because our spanner does work better in big groups. Okay, don't die again. We can't have 2 embarrassing deaths in one video. That's not okay. There we go. 173 credits, a very nice one. Engineering, well worth it. HP regen, yeah, we do need some of that. So turret is good, screwdriver is good. Reroll those. None of that appeals to me. Another wrench is great. Engineering, and I do love a white flag, which I probably should have bought beforehand, but fewer enemies on the field there give us a little, you know, just those tiny wee gaps there. A bit more of an opportunity to dodge through and avoid the incoming barrage of enemies. Barrage is probably not the right term. Barrage usually means for projectiles there, right? Wave? Group? I don't know. Complete that sentence with your own word there. I'm too lazy to. What do you mean I'm supposed to be providing you content? What do you mean it's up to me to do that? Alright, come on now. Keep going for you. Smack you into the middle of our turrets. Can we kill you? I'm gonna guess no. And I don't want to die trying, he says, before almost dying trying. I still want to die. Okay, I got him. It was worth it. It was worth it. Less attack speed, yeah, that's worth it. Extra speed, sure. Some more luck, why not? Laser turret, that's pretty damn good. We go for the harvesting first though. Into this one here. Extra speed, armor, damage, max HP. That's worth it. We don't care about our crit chance. Scared sausage. We're not going for elemental as we talked about, but look at the amount of turrets that we've got now. Some of those are passive ones as well there, which means that even if we go for a bit of a screwdriver based build and went for lots of mines, then they would still persist, which is very, very nice to see. Max HP is a little bit rough though, because a few bad movement patterns, taking some extra damage that we shouldn't do, and we could be, up shit's creek. Never watched it before, don't really know what it's about. Some sort of drama film, isn't it? Not film, it's a series. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, another tree. We've got one item here so far. We took a little bit of damage, lots of resources around these turrets. We can see that laser turret is going absolutely fantastic, and that's why I love getting our luck up, because we have a better chance to find those rarer items with better luck. 230 credits to our name, beautiful. More trees spawning, absolutely love it as well. And some dodge there. Engineering is good though. Engineering is good for the damage, but I love the dodge. Take this one, another screwdriver, we re-roll here, and we keep going for a little bit further. And there we have a wrench level 2 that we can take next round. We can't afford it just yet. We have a wrench level 3 and a wrench level 1. Okay, these wrenches are going to be absolutely well welcomed, or a welcome addition to our build here, that's for sure. Okay, we do still need some more engineering stats. As we can see, our turret's not doing enough damage to those enemies. And again, I don't know what makes our turrets group together tighter. Is it our upgraded engineering stat? Because at the moment they seem to be spawning all over the place, whereas I have seen them before where they cluster together very nicely, which does mean, of course, you can just hide around those, lure people to that, or lure the enemies to that area, and then take them out very, very well from that. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I think it is to do with our engineering stat, but I don't know that for sure, so at the moment it's just kind of conjecture. Careful, careful. Another tree over here. We're getting lots and lots of trees, which is why our luck is so useful for us. And also it's providing quite a bit of healing for us as well. Keep picking up all of these. Get our tree here too. Go back this way. What about this tree? And didn't quite make it in time there, but still got lots and lots of resources. Extra max HP is huge. As is a bit more speed, as is a bit more max HP. Honestly, I like the speed. We go for the combination here. We pick up this one, we can't afford this wrench, we re-roll once, and there's another level 3 wrench. Absolutely amazing. The speed with which we're getting these are fantastic. I think we combine some of our screwdrivers and go for more turrets as well there. While I do love our mines, I do feel like we're getting more damage dealt thanks to our turrets here. Now, of course, we do need to upgrade our stats to get that happening. But yeah, it's okay. We'll make it happen. I'm sure of it. This is a great economy wave, as I always talk about. Level 9. I pretty much never die on level 9 unless I go full greed, or I've got a terrible build or very tiny max HP like with our demon character. So apparently there's quite a few exceptions to that rule. More exceptions to the rule than the rule itself, kind of like I before E except after C. As you know from QI, the British game show, whatever you want to call it, is a game show, isn't it? There are more exceptions of I before E except after C, so therefore the rule's kind of just broken by its own there. And how many resources? 400 plus? A great outcome for that wave. A great outcome. 450. Delicious. We will recycle that. We will re-roll this. And one more time. And speed is the way to go. As is some armor. There we go. Okay, hatchet. Interesting. I don't think we want that. Why don't we actually combine both of these, and why don't we buy the wrench and the wrench here. We've now got 5 wrenches and 1 screwdriver. We've now got a red screwdriver. Now, does the damage affect the turrets there? I don't feel like it does. I could be mistaken there. 1% damage, your attacks deal 3% more damage. Increases the power of your structures. The other stats don't affect structures, but special effects do. Okay, so getting our power generator is not really that useful for us, so we will just skip that one by, and away we go. But look at all the turrets that we have. I think we should be doing, even more damage than we were beforehand. We really are lacking on the engineering side of things there, so our raw damage is not as good as it could be with our turrets, but we hope to improve that. over the coming seconds anyway, there, or the next few rounds at least. Ideally the next 10 rounds, I suppose, to get us all the way to the boss fight. We shall see. But I imagine it's going to be quite hard to take out enemies there, so I think we need to then go for some extra HP regeneration as well, just so we don't die too easily, as we are relying on our trees a lot, which are easy enough on these earlier rounds, but later on when it's harder to get to the trees, to pick up the resources that are dropped from them, then we can't really rely on it as consistently, I would say. Okay, we do have you in the middle. We get an item from you, we then run around, pick up all the resources that we can, and look at that, there's plenty to choose from. Absolutely tons of it. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, what do we have? We got the baby gecko. Chance to instantly attack material. Honestly, I like that one. We'll take that one. We will recycle that head injury, we don't care too much. None of that appeals to me. HP regen. We talked about how we needed that, so why don't we go for it? None of this is any good. Sad tomato is great. HP regen working overtime. Losing some speed for some elemental and HP regen. Not terrible. Okay, we're going for the HP regen as we talked about. Level 2 screwdriver, not good enough. One more reroll. We'll go for some more fertilizer. It's early enough that I think it is worth it. The broken mouth is some good more max HP. And losing one max HP, or excuse me, one HP regeneration, I don't think is the end of the world on that one. Now we do have you little softball enemies here. Which actually you are getting quite fast, so I think we maybe keep our distance, heal up with our HP regen, just let our turrets do all the work. And our speed is adequate. A bit more speed would be good, more HP regen, more max HP, also great. As we can see, if you do stand on those red spawn areas there, as an enemy is about to spawn, then you do actually stop it from spawning, which I guess could be useful, but more often than not it kills them or stops an enemy from spawning that I would like to get resources from. Now what else would I like to see? Honestly, a medical turret or two would be pretty fantastic. The fact that we haven't found any of those yet is a bit of a shame. Ouch. Keep dodging here, because these big boys could very easily end our run if not careful. There we go. Still only the one item though, even though we got lots and lots of trees, but those trees still kept us very nice and healthy. Keep our distance now. Alright, we missed out on a few resources there, but that's absolutely fine. We might as well take this, because we're not going to be doing any range damage anyway. Elemental attack speed, no, none of that's that good. Reroll once more. HP regeneration, perfect. Now dodge for less armor, yeah, sounds good. Diminishing returns there, but dodge is always welcome. So we go there, we just keep moving here. Now we wouldn't mind extra engineering, we still are not finding that really coming in our level ups whatsoever. Our damage is okay. Our HP regeneration is doing pretty good work as well. But our turrets are quite spread out, except for this area down the bottom here. We've got our laser turrets working. Maybe we just sit out there most of the time. You can hear that the landmines are being fired quite often as well, and I've also learned as well on our stream that you can set off your own landmines by walking over them, which can be useful if you want to, run over it there as you've got a whole bunch of enemies following you. But it can also be annoying if you accidentally step over it when you're, like that for example, when you want other enemies to reach it themselves. Okay, we go through the middle, pick up all of these resources, get our HP back up to full. That tree in the center, plus this one over here. And can we pick up these resources? Yeah, we can. Okay, we did a good job there right at the very end. Did not leave too much out of the field. Alien magic, perfect. Extra engineering, finally. We've only got 13 engineering, which is too low for where we should be. Leather vest is quite nice, I'll take that. Coupon. Explosion damage works with our mine. So let's go here, here. Reroll again, another screwdriver plus a wrench. Okay, both of these are great. And extra HP recovered from consumables also really good because we are destroying so many trees. And those little apple things are what are considered consumables there. So the more HP that we get from those, the better off we'll be. Okay, there's our tree. There's a bit of HP that we can save for later. And these waves are usually not too troublesome. We can see that our explosions are doing great work there. Like that mine, for example. Easily taking care of those enemies. We run through, we get all of our trees down here. Okay, we do have to be a little bit cautious of these charges. And even our melee damage is it's still helping. Careful, careful. Okay, go back through for our trees here. Take out this one, run through the middle. Maybe a bit foolish. Maybe very foolish. Very, very foolish. We managed to dodge one there though, which was good. Okay. At that end there, we just basically had to play survival. That was how we made it through. Engineering or max HP. Let's go for the max HP. Oh my Lanta. We're getting some fantastic drops here. So we can buy in this. We can buy these two. Or we could buy these two. I think we buy another screwdriver. Oh no, we can't buy that one. Okay, we buy both of these next turn. We'll reroll once, just see what we get. Extra explosion size works very nicely. Now these are the piercing bullets. I believe the red wrenches are the ones that do the explosion damage. So all these explosion modifiers that we've had, the 2 dynamites down here, plus the plastic explosive, the C4, will be very nice. Let's see how that actually is what happens next up. Now we can see that our turrets are really clustering around each other as well, so it's kind of safer to hang out up here. But that's only when we need to kind of hide there. Once we've got the max HP, or once we've got our HP back up to max, excuse me, then we can kind of go out and do some damage ourselves anyway. But still, we do like to lure them over the turrets, which we kind of usually do by positioning ourselves by our turrets, because of course the AI is such they just go towards our current position, which is very nice. If the AI was such that it went towards our predicted position, or where we're looking to park, then that would make it even more difficult to dodge. You'd have to do many, many more stutter steps. It would basically completely change the way that you play. So I guess what I'm saying there is that if they do look to ever change the AI and the pathing mechanics of the enemies, it would be quite nice if they had like a bit of a classical mode there for those of us who are used to and enjoy the old school way of pattern recognition and enemy movement. Okay, not too shabby. Wheelbarrow, extra harvesting. Yeah, I think we're still early enough that that works for us. But let's combine this, and does it become explosive? Yes, explosive bullets. Perfect. Okay. In that case, can we buy both of these? We can. And I think we merge for another explosive one here. We then purchase this wrench. We then go for this plastic explosive. So next round we have extra explosion size, which should help out a great thing. Let's see these explosive shots here. Okay, very nice. These turrets here are the ones doing it. The kind of round, the domed shaped turrets. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. HP regen is good. Is it enough? I don't think so. We still need to make a few more improvements here by our wave 20. Thankfully we still have quite a few more waves to make it though. So not all is lost. Good resource in the middle here. I'm willing to run through and lose some HP. Maybe not that much HP. Whoa, Nelly. Oh, stop running into the shots too, please. I can't blame anyone for that but myself, and for that one as well. 13 seconds, we're at half HP. There is some food in the middle. I think we can justify running through for it. There we go. And I would like to get over to this side as well for this tree. Very nice. Now we can pick up all the resources. We've got enough HP and dodge to make that happen quite easily. Fuel tank. Yeah, that's pretty good. We do have some turrets doing elemental damage. Reroll here, extra HP regeneration. There's our plastic explosive. Now we reroll for other great weapons. We can take an alien baby. We could also go for extra armor, speed, and max HP. I think I will go for that. Alien baby is locked for later. Everything else is a bit mediocre. Let's see how we go. Oh, we do have to be very cautious of those red enemies, don't we? The explosive damage is working quite well when they are in clusters, however, so I'm liking the layout there. More explosive turrets would certainly help too. And I wouldn't mind a little bit of knockback there if we found some boxing gloves. Obviously they get very expensive now due to the inflationary issues that happen. I think that's a danger level 2 modifier, where items get more and more expensive at the shop. It used to be so easy to win a run, because all of the great items stayed quite cheap, but now as you progress further through the run, things get more and more expensive. So things that were once, 40 gold now start costing 160. Ouch. Okay. Okay, we should be okay here. Famous last words. Oh god, that was really close at the end there. We missed a lot of resources. We'll get them later. Medical turret is great. Extra armor or extra dodge? I think the dodge is better here. There is our alien baby. There is our landmines. 1 reroll as well. Armor engineering for less max HP. Not terrible. Neither is the cute monkey, but I don't think they're good enough on their own. Our max HP is certainly growing. We'll stay by our medical turret as well to heal back up to full earlier. Getting shot by that every single time is very, very nice. Now we're up to full HP. Now we can take some risks if we want to. I don't think we want to, but we can. And if we take a lot of damage, as we do have lots of mines down here, then we just, well, like that. Then we get up to our medical turret. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, okay. That was a good dodge. Keep pushing them back. Tree over here. Don't mind if I do. Oh my god, these enemies are so fast. Stop it. Get back. Get back. We dodged through. We dodged through. Okay, some food. Alright, we need to keep kiting them around in circles. We're almost dead again. Missed that. Another run down the tube there. Unfortunate. I think I will have to leave that episode there though as well. Thank you all very much for tuning in. You've been fantastic. If you enjoyed the series, enjoying the YouTube videos, drop us a like and a subscription. It helps out a great deal. Check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Andoya. Thank you very much for tuning in. Great to see you, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye for now there, folks. See ya.